We survived February. I want to dig into the numbers. I'll talk about what's happening in the real estate market and what we're expecting to see over the coming months and see if it's a good time for you to buy or sell. Let's dig into the numbers. As always, you can pull up these reports yourself. If you go to ppar.com, you can scroll down to their statistics and reports tab. The first number I want to point out is 792 sales in the month of February, which may be a little bit higher than last year because we had one more day. But last year we had 778 sales. And in 2022, we had 1,015. So we're seeing sales tick up a little bit. The next thing I want to point out is new listings. Listings are up in February compared to February of last year. And I think maybe some people are just realizing that this market is what it is and they're ready to move on, whatever the case may be. It could be that more people are leaving Colorado. That's a real possibility as well. Homes listed for sale in the MLS is 1,827, which is up a little bit from last month and up significantly from where they were in February of last year. This next chart is interesting. It's the average and the median sale price. So you can see the average here is the blue line and the median price is the red line. And median sales price went up, but the average price went down. We're down a little bit from where we were in the fall of last year when rates were lower, but we're still up a pretty good amount from where we were in February of last year. So, overall we're trending in the right direction, and I would say that's probably what we're going to see across the country. People are kind of accepting where rates are and they're accepting where the market is. And if they want to buy a house, they've decided they're just not going to wait anymore. Average days on market right now, you can see are 53. Last month they were 54, so no real change. And they were 54 in February of last year. So this is right about where we would expect to be. Total number of homes under contract in February, you can see this is trending lower over the last few years. Lower than last year, certainly. Something to keep an eye on. Total sales year to date, you can see that we're down a little bit from where we were last year and down pretty significantly from where we were in 2022. Again, these are things we're going to be watching because we don't really have a strong idea on where this market is headed. Everything is rate dependent right now, and if rates shoot higher, we're going to see the real estate market suffer. If rates drop, we're going to see this thing take off like a rocket ship because there aren't very many homes available. This next report is one that I would encourage you looking into if you're thinking about buying or selling. If you look at new listings, we're up 14%. Sales are down 2.4%, but sales prices are up. You can see right here, average price is up 1.6 and the median sales price is up 3.5%. So that's not an insignificant number, all things considered. The total number of active homes up 26%, but our month supply is down 11%. We only have 1.5 months supply of homes on the market right now. So a lot of mixed messages. Yeah, inventory's up, sales are down, but prices are up. And these things normally don't happen. So again, keep an eye on rates. If rates drop, we're going to see things skyrocket. And if rates go up, we'll see things continue to stumble a little bit. But spend some time checking out this number. Again, I look at existing homes. I think it's a little better representation than what we're seeing in new homes. And I'll talk about that in a second. This is the fun part. This is where I pull up my MLS as a real estate agent and we dig into the inventory that's available. You can see here I have active checked and we have 1,598 homes available. If I scroll down, that's not a number that you can trust because that includes a lot of new construction. Builders will put something in the MLS that's to be built, and maybe it's the home that's going on the last lot that they plan to build, but they want to have that floor plan in the MLS, so they put it in there. So if I go down here and click single family existing homes, we're at 880 homes available. Now, if I narrow that down a little bit more to Colorado Springs, we have 655 homes available, which is higher than we saw in the last market update that I did. We've been seeing homes in the 600 to 620, 630 range. It's a little bit higher right now because I normally shoot that video on Monday and homes go under contract over the weekend. Today is Saturday, so a lot of homes have hit the market on Thursday and Friday and will be shown over the weekend and go under contract. So this number will drop by Monday, but right now it's 655 homes available. I told you I'd talk about new home builders, and what they're doing right now is they've seen a slowdown, but instead of reducing prices, what they're doing is they're offering some pretty crazy incentives. I've seen builders offer discounts up to $60,000, but what a lot of them are doing is buying the rate down. And on a VA 30-year right now, Mortgage News Daily has it at about 6.5%. But if you're buying a brand new home in Colorado Springs, you can get that rate down to 5% with most builders. With one of them being, I think I saw Traylon Homes do a rate of 4%. Check out Traylon Homes. You can look into how they do business. But most builders will get you a 5% rate. So they are selling homes where a lot of people who would otherwise consider a resale home are not buying those because they just don't want to swing that 6.5% rate. So we are seeing a lot of traffic in new homes. If you're looking at new homes, I do have a video. I'll put a link to it in the description, but it covers all the builder promos and incentives. So check that out and let me know if you are looking at new homes. I do have some promotions for you in addition to what the builder offers, which can save you some money. A couple more things I want to talk about before I go. The first one being there's so much negative news on the market. And the reason for that is because negative news sells. If I say that the market's going to crash, I get more clicks than if I say the market's going to do well. So factor that in. Case in point, I pulled up the reventure.app website, and these numbers are February data hasn't pulled in here, but year over year, there are only a handful of states where prices aren't up. So when you hear negative news and you didn't buy a house in, say, Wisconsin, you missed out on 6% growth, right? California, 4% growth. And Colorado's only 0.2%, but prices are going up when most people would tell you that prices are falling. A couple more things I want to talk about before I go. One is that we have over 8,000 apartments under construction, and we have many more apartment projects in the works. Those will hit the market in the next year or two, and I expect that to bring rents down, maybe not significantly, but any amount of a drop in rentals is a good thing for customers. The other thing I want to talk about is what's going to happen with rates. We saw the 10-year Treasury drop to 4.18 on Friday. We should see that impact rates on Monday morning. So if you're looking to buy something, keep an eye out on that. It's not going to be a significant drop, but it will drop a little bit. And as far as what's going to happen, your guess is as good as anybody else's. Anybody telling you the market's going to crash is most likely wanting clicks. Anybody telling you the market's going to skyrocket is most likely wanting to sell you something. So the truth is maybe somewhere in between. I saw a news story recently that said that we're adding $1 trillion in debt every 100 days. So that's $3.5 trillion in debt a year. And I don't see how we can add $3.5 trillion in debt and keep our inflation levels at 2%, which is what the Fed claims they want. So watch for Jerome Powell to testify in front of Congress this week. They'll also get into their beige book at the Fed. And, these things will have an impact on rates. So bad news is good for home buyers. Good news is bad for home buyers. And, we could see rates at 8% in the next week. We could see rates in the 5s next week. It really just depends. So if you're looking for a place to buy, find the best neighborhood that you can afford and shop for a deal. Shop for something that works perfectly for you. If you're looking to rent, like I said, there's 8,000 apartments that'll be hitting the market soon. I hope this information is helpful. If you found it helpful at all, give it a thumbs up. Maybe share it with somebody else who's interested in Colorado Springs real estate. I always appreciate that, and I love hearing from you, so drop me a comment below. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it so much, and I'll catch you in the next video.